All right, we're going to do this again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Once again, Joe Nice coming to you as always, live and direct on a January 18, 2021, January 18, 2021, January 18, 2021. I'm broadcasting today from Carrboro, North Carolina, not too far from where I live now. And there is a park in beautiful Carrboro, North Carolina called the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Park. This park is devoted to the life and legacy of one of the greatest Americans of all time, and maybe America's greatest American, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And on this mural, it says here, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? And around this park, it's about maybe a third of a mile, there are placards of famous quotations from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So what you and I are going to do is going to go for a brief walk in this beautiful park in Carrboro, North Carolina, and read each of the quotes together. And I'd like for each of you to reflect on these quotes in your personal lives and in your communities and see how they apply to you, because they're important. Because Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was important and remains important now more than ever. So again, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Remember, it's important to live a life of service, but additionally, it is also important to live a life of meaning, whatever that meaning is for you. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. A nation that continues year after year to spend more money on military defense than on programming of social uplift is approaching spiritual death. Okay, Joe Nice broadcasting live and direct in observance of the federal holiday celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I'm broadcasting from the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Park in beautiful Carrboro, North Carolina. Capitalism was built on exploitation and suffering of Black slaves and continues to thrive on the exploitation of the poor, both Black and white, both here and abroad. No, no, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Privileged groups seldom give up their privileges voluntarily. There is not even a common language when the term equality is used. Negro and white have a fundamentally different definition. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is not a Martin Luther King Jr. quote, but it's important. It says here in Spanish, no podemos caminar solos. We cannot walk alone. We cannot walk alone. And again, back to the beginning. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? I hope everybody takes a moment or two or three or an hour or the rest of the day to reflect on the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was a proponent of equality, he advocated for equity, and he promoted nonviolent direct action, which is exactly what we need now in this world more than ever. Thank you all for watching. Most importantly, thank you to Dr. Martin Luther King for the lessons and the legacy he's left behind for all of us. Thank you.